Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
But Anthony, listen to me. Don't take a dive with this Jake Paul, mate. Do not do that. Not for $1 billion, my pal. Don't do it. Don't do as the others have done. Do not take dives. If he fights, you knock him dead as a nit. And good luck with it.
So I said he's going to bet £1 million on Jake Paul knocking out Joshua.
This is what I'm saying.
It's not even about it being realistic or not. Like, it's going to happen. So fasten your seatbelts or whatever. And when I knock him out.
Manny Pacquiao has officially broken his silence, and he did not hold back. In a brand new interview, Pacquiao blasted the judges for what he calls a blatant robbery in his fight against Mario Barrios. The Filipino legend, visibly frustrated, said he clearly won 8 rounds to 4 and was stunned when the scorecards went the other way. Pacquiao stressed that his speed, footwork, and clean punches told the real story, and he couldn't understand how the judges overlooked his dominance. Legendary trainer Freddie Roach backed Pacquiao's words, saying they both agreed the fight was theirs and even demanded a rematch to set the record straight. Fans worldwide are echoing the outrage, calling the decision one of the worst in recent memory. With Pacquiao still proving at age 46 that he can perform at an elite level, many are asking whether boxing politics once again robbed a legend of a rightful victory. This isn't just about one fight, it's about Pacquiao's legacy.
I see Joshua a few times. I've spoken to Nikita, Jake's manager. It's never a fight we anticipated, it's never a fight we've targeted, but if you want Jake Paul to be the warm-up fight, and obviously financially it's a great opportunity for AJ, and you want to provide AJ and probably in turn Matchroom with the opportunity to extinguish Jake Paul from the world of boxing, then maybe AJ will oblige.
Jake Paul, you've lost your mind if you think you can go toe-to-toe with Anthony Joshua. Listen, let's not get confused, guys. Let's not get confused. Yes, cool. Anthony took a big L with Daniel Dubois. But Daniel Dubois is not no joke, bro. It's not a joke. You know what I'm trying to say? He took an L. Yeah, but Jake Paul, I've got the utmost respect of what he's done, how he's managed to navigate through the boxing world. Like, bro, it's so mad. And I can see this is like a 90%, it's happening, it's positioning, it's marketing already. Like, why would you see Jake Paul go face to face with Alexander Usyk if it's not to position for a fight for Saudi? Obviously, Jake Paul's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. There's possibly gonna be a Usyk against Tyson Fury 3, because obviously the last 2 were so close. But you never know. It can also be a Usyk against Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? You never know.
Jake Paul, internet star se professional boxer ban Chuka High, or abus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. KO Harain Kobat Anthony Joshua Ko challenge Karka Boxing Dunya main Halkal Macha D High. Saudi Arabia co-powerful boxing advisor Turkey Alilshik Inibi is fight co-support Kia High, just as matchup co-credibility to D High. Lekin Zayada Tar boxing experts in the idea co-reject Kardia High, Kyunki Unk Nazdik Paul or Joshua Kodarmi in size or experience Kad Nazayada Fark High Kayi fight boxing key legitimacy Kalia Kutra Ban Sakti High.
I like the challenge. People, that's the criticism. Fight someone in their prime who's a beast. I think people just want to see me lose. That's really what the message is behind it all. And Anthony Joshua is an insane fight, but I want that challenge. We've been DMing back and forth. He wants to make it happen. He called me up and is looking very likely for next year.
Jake celebrated the win as proof of his growth and maintains he wants the challenge despite not being a full heavyweight, citing Deontay Wilder's success at lighter weights and embracing the risk. Discussions involving Saudi boxing chief Turkey Alilshik and Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn indicate momentum building, with Joshua indicating openness to the matchup if Paul is serious.
Now, I know you're after a world title, but if that doesn't materialize, another Tommy Fury name has been floated about. Is there any other fighters who may not be world champions that you're looking to face?
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Joshua.
I think that's the main one that, we've talked a lot about is if it's not for the title, it's
looking at Tommy, if he's reasonable, and then Anthony Joshua. And he's adamant that he wants to make that fight happen at the end of 2026.
Anything's possible. And so I like the challenge. People, that's the criticism. Fight someone in their prime who's a beast. I think people just want to see me lose. That's really what the message is behind it all. And Anthony Joshua is an insane fight, but I want that challenge. We've been DMing back and forth. He wants to make it happen. He called me up and is looking very likely for...
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Parjeet Kabad Jake Paul and he confirmed Kia Ko Anthony Joshua Kosathuski Batty fight Eagle Sol Hosakti High. Paul any bold claim Cardi Hugh Ka, main Anthony Joshua KO Hara Dunga. Uska Chin weak high or Uska style stiff high.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, 50-50 fight. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I just said in another interview, great if it is. I mean, if it is, then you've got no problem seeing it. But when AJ, I mean, decapitate's a strong word, but you know, when he renders Jake Paul unconscious like he did to Francis Ngannou, don't then say, oh well, it was Jake Paul. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when AJ beat Francis Ngannou, Ngannou just had a fight that could have gone either way with Tyson Fury. Then AJ poleaxed him and everyone just said he's just an MMA fighter. Do you know what I mean? Jake Paul's not Francis Ngannou. But as I said before, if you want to see Jake Paul exit the boxing world, make the fight.
Anthony Joshua Ko promoter Eddie Hearn in fight Ki Hype Ko Omana, Lekin Paul KO Warren Cardi Hugh Kaha Ko Joshua Ek Dangerous Heavyweight Monster High. Hearn in Ikaha Paul Crazy High Joe Isa Risk Lina Chata High, Lekaniski Saf High Dono Fighters Kalia Bohat Bada Payday Be High. Furby Unhone is fight KO career ending mismatch Ka, Jain Paul literally apni boxing journey Kadam Karsakta High.
Subjects just a little bit here, and Anthony Joshua, there's rumours circulating he could be fighting Jake Paul next. One, do you think it's good for boxing, and two, do you think the fight will happen?
I think it's great for boxing. I think the fight will happen. AJ is 1-0 against these guys that come in to these boxing careers late. So why not? He's a perfect guy to take him out too. He took Ngannou out. Why would he not take Jake Paul out? And for him, he probably make more money fighting Jake Paul than he will fight anybody else that he can fight right now. So why would he not do it? I mean, not that he needs the money right now anyway, but if he's going to do something, if he wants to get a good win to put it back on the scene, that's a perfect win. You get a lot of...
Hernani accept Kia Ko Jake Paul Key strategy high Ko Wabade boxers Ko call out Karka Paisa Banai. Roy Jones Jr. NEB Apnavu Dia, Jaimun Hone fight Ko Surf Paisa or Spectacle Nahi Baki Joshua Kolia Ek competitive or financial decision Banaya. Roy any bluntly Ka, Tum Deka Joshua any Francis Ngannou Ka Kia Hail Kia? Wohi Cheese Jake Paul Kasath Hogi. Agar Koi Sakta Hai Ko AJ Koak non-boxer Haradega, Toa Pagal High.
All of that common sense, we talk about this. We talk about the potential of Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul getting it on. He's some promoter, Jake Paul, of himself and of others too. But let's talk about the potential. Could you see this happening?
Do you know what? I think I could. Do you know why? I'll tell you why I can. Firstly, let me just say about Jake Paul. Look, he's been nothing but good for the sport. Forget what people think about him in the ring and, you know, what he's doing in the ring. He's been incredible for women's boxing, insane for women's boxing. He's really brought it to the forefront, you know, with what he's done with Amanda Serrano and now signing up all these other girls that we've got, Chantel Cameron and all the rest of the girls that he's signing up. Brilliant news, like that's fantastic for women's sport, women's boxing. But he's also bringing eyeballs to boxing as well because he has a huge audience, and with what he's doing now, you're getting these, you know, the younger generation that had no interest in boxing at all now starting to watch it. So he's transforming so many people. You have to respect that. You know what he's doing as a promoter, he's doing brilliantly. Now he's calling out Anthony Joshua. Is it real? Does he really want to smoke? I mean, he's got to be an idiot if he does, because Anthony Joshua, let's use this as a comparison. Francis Ngannou called Anthony Joshua out after pushing Tyson Fury the way that he did, and he looked at that and he went in there and he iced him in 2 rounds. Francis Ngannou versus Jake Paul, you've got to go heavily on Francis Ngannou, haven't you? So what's going to happen to poor Jake Paul if he boxes Anthony Joshua, this Olympic gold?
Dave Farrar or Spencer Oliver Kumutabik, AJ versus Jake Paul debate tab or Tez Ho Gai Jab Turkey Alal Ni Wembley Parapni Talk Sport appearance main fight Ko Green Light Dean Kahintia. Unhone Bataya Ko Jake Paul verbally fight Kalia Tire High or Chata High Joshua Usyk one-sided mismatch main Todd D. Distano Tarafsa legitimacy key testing Hosake.
Said they're going to give a cruiserweight ranking to the winner of this fight. Do you think they deserve one?
No, I don't think so. I don't know why.
it's hard enough for real athletes, for real boxers to gain those rankings, and then suddenly this Solomon Tuesday decides to give double ranking because he's getting some greens in his, in his back pocket. No, that is disgrace to box.
Veteran heavyweight Derek Chisora is idea ko openly insult Kia. Us and Jake Paul ko WBC ranking pain ko rumors ko boxing ko liya bezadi ka. Chisora in argue Kia ko real athlete saloon ki menet ka bad ranking tak pahunti hain, jab Paul surf fame or publicity ki wajasage Nicol rahahai. Us and WBC President PB Ilzam Lagaya ko wapaisai ko liya boxing ki credibility bek rahi hain.
On this nonsense.
Where am I? I can't see it happening. I can't. Although yes, lots of money, so on and so forth. I can't see it. I just can't. It just obviously as someone who's been a unified heavyweight world champion going in against Jake, well, it just doesn't. Yeah, and it's like I'm also talking from a health and safety factor. It's like he's maybe a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua's a very big, strong heavyweight, and if he turns it on, it's not just a risk of a knockout. It's a much bigger risk. So I can't see it personally, but it's good.
Lawrence Oakley, Joka Jake Paul Kasoth Spar Kar Chuka High, NEB warning Dku AJ versus Paul fight Paul Key safety Kulia dangerous Hoagie. Oakley any Paul Key dedication Ko praise Kia, Lekin Kahaku AJ Ka power or technique unmatched high. Eddie Hernani is fight KO Bohat dangerous Ka, or Frank Warren and ISC too big of an ask, describe Kia.
Tune up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. I like his new heavyweight look. Bit chubby, bit bulky. Getting there. You want to protect it. And he just done a great job over the aging Chavez Jr., who was a middleweight, but still.
Sure.
Yeah. I like how Jake Paul calls out the full spectrum from featherweight to heavyweight. Do you know what I mean? Who did he call out? Tank Williams and Joshua. That's just crazy. That's what he called Richter scale call-outs.
Richter scale, I like that.
Former world champion Amir Khan NEB Paul Koa Warren Kia Kuaj Kusamiuski John Tak Jasakti High. Lekin Dusri Taraf Tyson Fury in shockingly Jake Paul Kusaidli, or KHD Akua £1 million Kabet Lagaiga Paul Kunknockout win par. Fury Inikat AJ Kadam Hochuka High or Jake Paul Rice Par High. Fury Kumutabik Paul Ka Heavy Physique Ussi Heavyweight Main Edge Dega, or Uski Fearless Sak Ussi Alag Banati High.
So yeah, I mean look, Leo's, it comes with the territory. He's had the big sell. He's been with AJ and Frank Bruno up there, the past, the current. So you're in now, son. You're in the deep end, and he's a good kid and a great fighter. I'm sure people are going to love being part of the journey.
Yeah, I know you're in a bit of a rush here, so I'll move on to Tyson Fury. Are you shocked that Tyson Fury announcing he's going to come back to ring? And did you expect him to want Usyk rather than AJ?
I think that he's always going to want to avenge a defeat. I mean, look, he feels that he won both of those fights. You know, I thought they were very close. Don't think he won them, but you know, maybe he does fight Usyk again. We can't control what Fury does. I gave up trying to do that years ago. You've seen from the response online, no one's really interested in Fury against Usyk 3, and everyone wants the AJ fight. But the minute I come out and start saying this and saying that, it probably rolls us back. So what I'm going to say is, good luck, Tyson Fury. Do whatever you want to do. Hopefully, it involves giving the public the biggest fight the country's ever had.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, 50-50 fight. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I just said in another interview, great.
Eddie Hernani Fury ka bold statement par react Cardi Hugh for clear Kia, AJ versus Paul Kabibi 50-50 fight Nahi Hosakti. Unhon ka hajab Joshua Paul ko unconscious Kardega, Talagasi AJ ki image ko kalafna samjine. Pern bar repeat Cardi Hain yet catastrophic mismatch high, AJ Kulia profitable, Paul Kulia dangerous.
On everything I've been seeing on social media lately, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Just wanted to come in here and remind everybody that bum couldn't beat me when I basically had a broken hand. I had one hand and he still lost. Jake Paul, I'm still your daddy, and everybody weighing this fight up, don't bother, because he ain't worth a shilling. And the loss will always be there, Mr. Paul. Take it easy.
Boxing analyst Simon Jordan NEB is fight ko reject Kia. Usankaha Joshua Abi Biek credible world champion Hyaruski legacy Jishi YouTuber Kukilov fights Inahi Judni Chahi. Jordan any fight KO boxing sport Kuliye waste of time or Joshua ko reputation Kuliye Kutra Bataya. Us insist Kia ku AJ ko real contenders Kasaf fight Karni Chai, Nako promotional circuses Kasaf.
As a boxing purist it doesn't sit well, but as a normal working class lad, I've been asked by builders, would you fight Jake Paul for 5 million quid? I never got 5 million quid for fighting anyone else in a fight, so it's the silliest question in the world. I've been retired 7 years and still very confident. If you give me 3 weeks to get off the couch, I'll probably still beat him with one hand. It's not. Yeah. He's not a good fighter, so it's not even being disrespectful to him. As a YouTuber, as a presenter in what he does, he blows me out the water. That's his line of work. But he's stepping into boxing and with the profession. Now to call Alexa Canelo out, I think is disrespectful. To call Joshua out is lunacy, but we know why it's happening and why he does it.
Forget Jake Paul.
Forget Jake Paul.
Paul. I mean, Jake Paul's going to do what Jake Paul does, but Anthony Joshua, and with respect to you and what you did and didn't earn in your career, Anthony Joshua has earned a king's ransom. Yeah. So he doesn't need to be fiddle with this, does he?
No, he doesn't, but again, all I keep seeing from people out there is, you know, when is enough, and I get that, but when you're retired at 33, 34, and you've got to make that last now, you've got more experience than me in this team, and a lot of footballers in the past as well, and business people who got to make a certain amount of budget last. It's the easiest money you'll probably...
Former UFC star Darren till any unexpected torpor Jake Paul ka support Kia. Usankaha ku Paul ko pas lose karn ko kuch nahi high, jab Joshua mentally weak high pressure situations main. Till any claim Kia ku Paul ki mental toughness usi fight main edge disakti high, or Turkey alolshik ku involvement ko hypocrisy karadia.
Joshua, as much as he's a monster, he's got a weak mind, and so Jake could end up getting into it because Jake's got everyone eating out the palm of his hand. He's a very clever man. So,
you really think he's got a chance?
Why would he have a chance? Look how confident he is. Right? Come on. Like, Anthony would have all the pressure in the world, and if Anthony didn't do him with the first few punches, he'd start outing himself in his head, because that's what he does. But no, Anthony should win, shouldn't he?
What do you make of Tyson Fury saying that he's going to put $1 million bet on Jake winning by knockout?
Tyson to leg it, lad. He's retired about 50 times. What's he on about, mate? Just tell him to leg it, and I love him. If he walked in here, I'd obviously...
At one point you were good friends.
We're good friends, but obviously if he walked in here, I'd act like I'm not talking about him, but then on the camera I'm talking, you know? Is this not what we're on? Is everyone not fake, or no? We all... What are we on here? Are we all acting like we don't hate each other? Like, come on. Like what?
You're an absolute smoke today.
Tyson.
Ex-world champion Duke McKenzie in EAJ versus Paul KO boxing Kuliye Ek or Disaster Ka. Us MMA or YouTubers KO boxing ring main anus Imanakardia or Nganu versus AJ fight KO potential tragedy Ka. McKenzie Kanazdik Paul Ek gimmick High Joe followers Lake Ata High, like in fans Nahi. Reddit Parby Paul KO arrogant or undeserving Kahaja Rahahai Ek entertainer Joe Boxer Ban Key acting Kar Rahahai.
Paul, you've lost your mind if you think you can go toe to toe with Anthony Joshua. Listen, let's not get confused, guys. Let's not get confused. Yes, cool. Anthony took a big L with Daniel Dubois, but Daniel Dubois is not no joke, bro. He's not a joke. You know what I'm trying to say? He took an L there, but Jake Paul, I've got the utmost respect for what he's done, how he's managed to navigate through the boxing world. Like, bro, it's so mad. And I can see this is like a 90%, it's happening, it's positioning, it's marketing already. Like, why would you see Jake Paul go face to face with Alexander Usyk if it's not to position for a fight for Saudi? Obviously, Jake Paul's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. There's possibly gonna be a Usyk against Tyson Fury 3, because obviously the last two were so close. But you never know. It can also be a Usyk against Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? You never know.
AAP Kia Sakti Hain? Kia Jake Paul Waki Anthony Joshua KO Challenge Karn Layak High? Kia Yi Fight Boxing Ko Liya Aki Hogi Ya Surfek Circus Banegi? Apna feedback comments main Zero or Batayan.